All right, in today's Business Matters, Boeing's CEO lays out a turnaround plan as key union vote underway. The Internal Revenue Service has shared notable changes for 2025 taxes. McDonald's says it can regain trust after an E. coli outbreak tied to its quarter pounders. And Denny's says it's shutting down 150 restaurants next year. Okay, starting with Boeing here, the CEO, Kelly Ortberg, laid out a cautious path to turn the company around on Wednesday, calling for a fundamental culture change for the struggling Planemaker. The company's quarterly losses have surged to $6 billion due to a crippling strike. But even if the strike ends, restarting production of 737 MAX as well as 767 and 777 wide bodies will present a fresh challenge, given the supply chain is still struggling in some pockets. Boeing on Wednesday reported a quarterly cash burn of nearly $2 billion, compared with a cash burn of $310 million a year earlier. Quarterly revenue fell 1% to $17.84 billion. The Internal Revenue Service has announced some notable changes for tax year 2025. New tax brackets reflect an increase of about 2.8% since 2024 due to inflation. That's almost half the adjustment for the 2024 rates, which was 5.4%. As for adjustments to standard deductions for single tax filers or those married but filing separately, the standard deduction will increase $400 from 2024 to $15,000. For married couples filing jointly, the standard deduction will increase to $30,000, a jump of $800 from 2024. And for heads of households, the standard deduction will be $22,500, which is an increase of $600 from 2024. These policies will apply to income earned next year, which means it affects their tax returns in 2026. Other changes announced by the IRS include increases in the earned income tax credit, adoption credit, and health savings account limits for 2025. And the president of McDonald's USA says the company can rebuild trust after an E. coli outbreak linked to its quarter pounders. McDonald's is working with the CDC to address the issue. The president didn't confirm if contaminated food is still being used elsewhere. So far, 49 people in 10 states have fallen ill. One person in Colorado died and 10 people were hospitalized. This includes a child with a severe kidney disease. E. coli symptoms can include intense stomach pain, diarrhea, and vomiting. Symptoms of illness typically appear 3 to 4 days after consuming contaminated food or drinks. American Airlines gets some unpleasant news. The Transportation Department said today it was fining the company a record $50 million for its treatment of disabled passengers. That includes failing to provide some with adequate assistance and mishandling wheelchairs. The fine is 25 times larger than the previous highest airline penalty for violating disability protection. The department said the move is setting a new precedent for future enforcement. Now, under the terms of a settlement, American will pay $25 million over 3 years. It was also credited with $25 million for investments to address the issues and goodwill compensation to impacted passengers. American Airlines did not admit liability in reaching the settlement. Air taxis may become a reality in the near future. Federal regulators have issued a final rule for how the service will work. The Federal Aviation Administration said the rule will recognize air taxis as a new type of aircraft. Air taxis in their current form take off and land like helicopters but fly like airplanes. The FAA will now define them as powered lift aircraft, the first new category of aircraft in almost 8 decades. The FAA said it is adopting a new framework on how to train pilots to operate them. And next, we explore a unique experience at Hopcott Farms in Canada. Apart from an in-depth tour of their cranberry farms, you can step into the bogs and even enjoy lunch right in the bog. Let's take a look at that.
Autumn marks the season of cranberries, a fruit that glistens red and is buoyant on water. Located in British Columbia, Hopcott Farms has been farming for more than 9 decades. They are one of over 100 Canadian family farms supplying ocean spray. They offer a cranberry tour where visitors can not only learn about the history and farming of cranberries, but also plunge right into the bog.
The experience I wish they take away is obviously the beauty of cranberries in itself, but also it's an opportunity to learn what goes into growing our food. It's a lot of love, it's a lot of time and energy.
Visitors could also sign up to enjoy a 3-course meal right in the cranberry bogs.
This is actually my third. It's so much fun, and it's honestly one of the most unique and coolest fall activities to do.
Cranberries are native to North America. Native Americans use them as a treatment for bladder and kidney diseases. They are a powerful source of antioxidants and can help reduce inflammation, maintain good digestion, and improve heart health. Apart from its health benefits, cranberries are also used in various culinary dishes.
It's a very diverse fruit, so our cranberries will dominantly be meant for craisins, and then juice would be a byproduct of that. People use cranberries in cookies, scones, muffins.
Aside from producing for the local communities, Hopcott Farms also hopes to educate and share their passion for farming with the public.
We hope that we continue to grow for our community, growing food that is, but we also hope that we continue to grow our platform to educate the public.
Nothing beats coming to like a farm like this, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they just keep getting better and better and more creative.
NTD News, Canada.